Next on Good Taste.
I love that. Oh, man.
Sizzling steaks, prime pork chops, and decadent desserts make this North Texas treasure shine.
It's like one it all.
Perfect. Well, let's have it.
And there's a spicy secret to their success.
It's just heaven in a bite.
Plus, where's the best place for a date in the Lone Star State?
Atmosphere, the food, the drinks, you name it, you can't go wrong.
We'll take you there. What happens when Tex Mex meets a bold barbecue?
Whoa.
This Texas favorite will make your mouth water in a hurry.
Good Taste starts right now. Hi everyone, welcome to Good Taste. I'm Tanji Patton. Welcome to one of the most historic town squares in the Lone Star State. In fact, USA Today ranked Granbury the best historic small town in America back in 2019. So it's a place where you can really step back in time. Surrounded by all this history is a restaurant making history today.
Calling all steak lovers. If you love a mouth-watering, thick and juicy steak with a side of history, have we got a spot for you.
I love that. Oh man.
Smack in the middle of Granbury's historic town square sits the uber-charming 1890 Grill and Marketplace. Here, you'll find fabulous food, incredible wine, and spices that are out of this world.
Oh, whoa.
The story of how new life came to this historic spot is truly as sweet as can be.
That's always a good sound.
College sweethearts Jason Emerson and his wife Tren fell in love with the old world architecture and historic charm of Granbury. They made a move that would change their lives forever.
Saw the building, fell in love with it, went back and put a 2-month notice in with my job.
Wow, so you knew kind of instantly.
I did, yeah.
Beautiful, charming town square. And the Opera House, just a couple of doors down from you, kind of has a fun link to the past as well, right?
The story goes that John Wilkes Booth, after Lincoln's assassination, moved to Granbury and performed at the Opera House.
And I understand there's a rumor here and there that there might be a ghost or two.
We have a lot of spirits around.
Between these possibly haunted historic walls, Jason and Tren went all in on their dream of restaurant ownership to build a celebration-style steakhouse. Even with sizzling steaks, prime pork chops, and decadent desserts, they didn't hit the sweet spot right away.
We had a very tough 2 years, the first 2 years, and until the point we were about to, bankrupt.
After a rocky start, they decided to spice things up by opening a unique marketplace, inspired by a loving gift from Jason's dad.
My father, he's created this rub that has won a lot of awards. So we've won the Grand Champion cook at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo Cook-Off.
Whoa, hold on a minute, really?
Yeah, and we use it on everything. It's on all of our steaks, chicken, pork chops, that's why.
How fantastic. Well, that's no small feat to win that competition.
And you know what they say, sugar and spice make everything nice. Today, both the 1890 Grill and Marketplace are thriving.
It's amazing, classy food, but in a place you can still feel comfortable.
Whether you're dining in for a casual catch-up or toasting to another year together, any meal here is cause for celebration.
Oh, well, we're celebrating our 69th wedding anniversary, and that is a feat within itself.
Celebrate in true Texas style with a perfectly marbled 16-ounce certified Angus beef ribeye, topped with melted blue cheese.
It's just heaven in a bite.
Or try the pan-seared duck breast, rendered to perfection and drizzled with sweet and smoky chipotle raspberry gastrique.
So Tren, this is 1890 Marketplace that I've heard so much about, and literally the spices you use upstairs in the restaurant, can be bought down here. The olive oils, all these wonderful flavors. I've got to try the house blend. Jason's dad's rub.
Yes, it was created 30 years ago, and it has a lot of flavors: salt, sugar, tomato, sprinkle on pizza, pasta. You can do for asparagus. You can do on steak.
Oh, whoa. You know, Jason, we've talked about all the great steaks here at 1890, but you do some amazing seafood too.
We do.
And this is a very popular dish. The seasoning on it is fantastic, and there's this little honey orange thing going on, right?
Absolutely, a little honey citrus glaze at the end.
Using high-quality ingredients and amazing aromatics, this simple salmon really pops with warm Berber spices and a sweet citrus glaze.
Everything on that plate looks so amazing. It's like, I want it all.
Perfect, well, let's have it. Ching ching.
Oh, that's really good.
So pack a bag and head out for a day trip to Granbury, because a little love went a long way to bring this beautiful building back to life. And that love truly is the spice of life.
It all started with love, and look where you are now. Well, congrats on your success.
Thank you.
We are back in the Goya kitchens with the executive chef, Fernando Deza, and we're making a delicious dish as always. Kind of the perfect appetizer, party food, or just great snack, right?
Perfect for any reason, featuring our Goya soybean olive oil.
All right, what do we do?
So we're doing an over-roasted tomato with manchego tartlets that are amazing.
It sounds good. Show us how we do it.
To start, we're gonna get some heirloom tomatoes, add some Goya soybean olive oil, organic, so good.
Yes, it is. My favorite olive oil.
Fresh thyme, some Goya adobo with pepper.
Another go-to, all the time seasoning.
Then we're gonna mix everything together. We're gonna put it in a pan. We're gonna place it in a preheated oven at 400 degrees. We're gonna cook these tomatoes between 35 to 45 minutes. Now we got the Goya discos. We're gonna add some of the Goya soybean olive oil on top, so it's cooked nice and even.
All right.
Then after that, we're gonna add some manchego cheese, and then some fresh thyme. And now we're gonna cook in a preheated oven at 400 degrees for around 15 minutes. Discos are ready. Now we're gonna add the tomatoes, a little bit more cheese around, and we're gonna bake it for 5 more minutes.
All right.
Almost ready. Cheese is melted. A little bit more of the Goya soybean olive oil, the garlic, with some fresh basil. And ready to enjoy.
I love it. It is the perfect, easy dish. If only you guys could smell it. We've got the recipe online.
Coming up, it's Texas Q with a kick.
That is delicious.
But first,
That is phenomenal.
It's hard to beat.
you won't find a better dish for your date night.
Keep your seat. More good taste is on the way.
Cisco, at the heart of food and service. Whether it's a first date or a 50th anniversary, you'll find plenty of restaurants across the Lone Star State to wine and dine your partner. These spots will make it a night to remember, starting with one of my all-time favorites in San Antonio. Stunning! That's what comes to mind when you'll walk through the doors at Signature. This beautiful kitchen with its classic French and American fare is perched atop one of the highest points in the Alamo City.
The view is amazing, the ambiance is amazing.
Date night doesn't get any better than this.
It's gorgeous, the scenery is incredible.
Signature has a modern hill country feel with a soul-pleasing patio. This Texas pheasant is Frankel-filed, seared then roasted golden brown in Signature's hearth oven. Next, it's aromatized with lots of butter and herbs. Or parlez-vous français with this Parisian palate pleaser, plump and meaty escargot, sautéed then drenched in a rich Pernod cream sauce.
It's a landmark place for San Antonio.
A perfect spot for a perfect night. Next, we're inching up to Austin, where you can dazzle your date at a playful, modern Thai restaurant, a place that'll leave you hungry for more. Spice up date night with an exotic tour for your taste buds. You'll swoon over the fresh and spicy, vibrant and intoxicating flavors of Thailand. It's all at Sway in Austin.
People come from all over the country and want to come try the food here.
Sway takes the traditional flavors of Old Siam and shoots them into the 21st century.
You'll see techniques here like smoking and fermentation and barbecue.
There are plenty of shareable plates to choose from, like this intriguing prawn miyang with a quartet of plump blue prawns, marinated in a sweet and sour sauce, perched on peppery Hawaiian betel leaves. Sway fans rave about the son-in-law.
Perfection in a bowl. That is phenomenal.
It's hard to beat.
I love coming here.
Our last stop is in Houston. From the atmosphere to the drinks to the fabulous food, this next place will captivate your senses and keep you talking long after you leave. We're going mad for mad. This provocative Spanish restaurant in Houston will ignite your senses.
Beautiful.
The atmosphere, the food, the drinks, you name it, you can't go wrong.
Mad dreams up authentic Spanish tapas with a surprising twist, and maybe the best darn gin and tonics in Texas. At Mad, looks are just as important as taste. The Mad Tomato hides a creamy Parmesan mousse set on pumpernickel crumbs.
You had to convince me this was not a tomato.
Even though it looks like it.
Edible newsprint? That's exactly what's wrapped around the steak tartare. This lemon isn't a lemon at all.
You can't explain it because it's just so good.
Nothing is as it seems.
Exactly.
Mad will wow you all right, and your date too. One bite at a time.
Those are Southern-style loaded sweet potatoes. Might think it takes a long time to make something like this. Nope, you'd be wrong. It's ready in a snap. I'm with Claire Souls in the John Souls Kitchen. And the reason this product comes together so quickly and is so delicious, John Souls Foods does all the work for you, right?
Yes, they are completely fully cooked, and there's lots of different ways that you can heat them up. The oven, the microwave. My personal favorite is the air fryer because it gets them like really nice and crispy. It's my all-time favorite breaded flavor that we do, period. I use it in a lot of recipes, and it's fantastic in this one.
Okay, I pop these in the microwave for breakfast. I really do. It's a nice little hit of protein, and it's fast and easy. Okay, show us what we do, Claire.
Okay, so first we're actually gonna cook our Southern-style tenders. We're gonna pop these in the oven for about 10 minutes just till they're completely warmed through. They're already fully cooked. And then while those are cooking, we're gonna go ahead and microwave our sweet potatoes. So what you're gonna do is just pierce them all over with a fork and pop them in the microwave for 4 to 5 minutes at a time until they're fork tender. Once I took the chicken out of the oven, I just diced them up into little bite-sized pieces that are perfect for these baked potatoes. All right, so our first step is to add a little pat of butter, and then we're gonna add some cheddar cheese.
And you might think cheddar cheese and sweet potatoes, yes, it's delicious.
All right, and then next we're gonna add our Southern-style chicken tenders. Green onions. Tanji, if you wanna add the pumpkin seeds.
All right.
And I think it's especially appropriate in fall. So after I added the salt and pepper, we have the final piece that brings it all together, the hot honey.
Hot honey, yum.
And there we go.
Dinner, lunch is served, right?
Absolutely, and it's delicious.
Ooh, that is really good.
The honey really brings it together.
And I love the seasoning on the chicken tenders. We have the recipe online, Claire, thank you.
Thank you.
Yum. Those sweet potatoes were so good. And you may have noticed the cool booze block in the shot. We use these all the time, thanks to Mission Restaurant Supply. Coming up, some luscious Lone Star wines in my wine finds. But first, this award-winning brisket has a lot to brag about. We've got an extra helping just for you next.
We'd love to share good taste. Head to our website at goodtaste.tv, where you'll find delicious recipes from top chefs, my latest wine finds, and restaurant recommendations. Plus, you can see all of our episodes right here. Don't forget to sign up for our newsletter while you're there. Good Taste with Tanji is brought to you in part by H-E-B. Barbecue pitmaster, chef, Mexican, American, Texan. When the smoke settles, one thing is clear. Chef Miguel Vidal is all of these things, and so is his food.
Tex Mex barbecue. This is what Mexican Americans or Hispanics or just Texans in general, Tejano cooking is about.
Pepper bark brisket, sweet and smoky barbecue sauce, fluffy handmade flour tortillas, and scratch-made salsas. That's Tex-Mex barbecue, and it's right here at Valentina's.
It's the best barbecue in Austin, without a doubt, hands down.
A stationary food truck paradise where a perfect marriage of Texas and Mexican barbecue traditions live together in holy matrimony. And it all started in a backyard on San Antonio's south side.
Backyard barbecues, that's all we did, you know. He was always around, always watching and learning and just soaking it in. Miguel learned tortillas from
Yeah,
his mom.
I hear your tortillas are amazing.
Yeah, I kind of said, I like mine better.
That family rivalry runs thick in the Vidal family.
I guess I was like 26 when I really started trying to cook a brisket better than my father.
That was
It was
the
around that time.
competition was with Dad.
That was it.
And boy, has Miguel given his dad a run for his money. Bon Appetit, Travel and Leisure, Time Magazine, and even Texas Monthly have put Miguel's brisket at the top of their coveted lists.
It's so tender.
Every inch is seasoned with a spice blend that's loaded with coarse black pepper, then slowly smoked for 16 hours. And that brisket is beyond delicious. But it was tacos that put Valentina's on my radar. Breakfast tacos.
The breakfast taco, I think, is one of the best things they've got.
Feast your eyes on the real deal Holyfield. A massive fresh flour tortilla is loaded with charro beans, potatoes, and a ranchero salsa fried egg. Then comes the brisket and the bacon.
That is delicious. Whoa.
Go Tex with a massive mesquite-smoked beef rib or a pulled chicken sandwich garnished with tangy cabbage slaw, pickled onions, and pit-smoked barbecue sauce. Or go Mex with sizzling cerveza beef fajitas, marinated in Mexican beer and fresh lime juice. Or a classic carnitas taco with cilantro and spicy serrano salsa. Better yet, get the best of both Tex and Mex with the brisket taco. 2 hefty hunks of brisket slathered with sea salt, guacamole, salsa, and slaw. Miguel started Valentina's with a small loan, a ton of family support, and his dad's backyard barbecue smoker.
I didn't know what I was getting into. You know, I'm calling my mom to come up and help roll tortillas. To my dad's like sweeping and watching fires for us, and I'm yelling at him. And he's, hey, relax, we got it, you know?
Miguel's Tex-Mex barbecue concept was a huge hit, and they quickly outgrew their single barbecue pit.
Actually, we rebuilt it, and I gave it back to him. We refurbished the pit.
Nice.
These went on around 10 a.m. and they'll be coming off between 2 and 5 a.m. in the morning.
No matter how long you have to wait in line, at this Austin barbecue joint, there's always something fresh from the pit for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
It's great if you want to take family home dinner. You can just get a couple pounds of something.
Just definitely come check it out.
And it's always made con amor.
Time for my wine finds and time to salute the fall weather. I thought we'd celebrate Texas wines. Up first, and just in time for Halloween, a red blend called Skeleton Key from the highly acclaimed William Chris Vineyards in the Hill Country. This wine is a fantastic food wine because of its great acidity. You'll get bright flavors of bean cherry, a touch of vanilla, and baking spices on the finish. Skeleton Key from William Chris Vineyards is about $17.98 a bottle. Great winery to visit, by the way, too. Up next, a wine that celebrates the leader of the Texas Revolution, Sam Houston. The wine is called the Federalist. This wine is a collaboration between Federalist winemaker Brian Parker and Texas winemaker Kim McPherson. The grapes for this wine are said to be sourced from the best vineyards in Texas. It'll pair with grilled chicken, barbecue ribs, even burgers on the grill. This wine has nice spice notes on the finish. The Federalist wine is about $20 a bottle. All right, who doesn't love a good porch wine, right? The Baker Vineyards Viognier hits the mark. This award-winning wine has beautiful tropical and floral aromas. You'll taste flavors of peaches, pears, and a hint of lemon. Viogniers pair with chicken, with shrimp, even Thai food. But this one is lovely all by itself. The Baker Vineyards Viognier is about $11 a bottle. I found all of my Texas wines at my favorite Texas grocery store, H-E-B. When visiting Houston, the Good Taste team loves to stay at the beautiful Royal Sonesta. Time to go out to eat, right? We've got lots of great restaurants to choose from, all listed on our website at goodtaste.tv. Don't forget, follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Good Taste TV and sign up for our newsletter so the delicious recipes you see each and every week can come right to your inbox. And remember, set your DVRs right now for next weekend's show. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you right here next week on Good Taste. Cheers.
He's a very friendly ghost.
And there's employees that see him from time to time.
Yes. His favorite spot is in the back of the employees' restroom. Everybody's scared to go in there.